I'm a soldier, now turning into a hero. When you think of Star Wars legends, names like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Ahsoka Tano, and Obi-Wan Kenobi come to mind. But behind every legend are the unsung heroes, and sometimes villains, who helped shape the fate of the galaxy. Today, we're giving those underrated characters the spotlight they deserve. From forgotten Jedi to mysterious warriors and droids with more kills than some generals, these are the most underrated characters in all of Star Wars. Before Captain Rex became the face of the clone army, there was Captain Fordo, an ARC trooper from the original 2003 Clone Wars animated series. Fordo wasn't just another soldier, he was elite, tasked with impossible missions, like rescuing Jedi from the Battle of Munilist or charging headfirst into the slaughter of Hypori. Fordo proved himself again and again. What makes him special? He wasn't just brave, he was relentless. No fear, no hesitation, just a pure clone warrior. Sadly, when the new Clone Wars series came along in 2008, Fordo was replaced by Rex and slowly faded into legends. But real fans know Fordo is still top tier. We often focus on Anakin's fall to the dark side, but Shmi Skywalker's story is a major piece of that puzzle. A slave on Tatooine, Shmi gave birth to Anakin under mysterious circumstances. She raised him with love, patience, and wisdom, despite her own suffering. And then, she let him go. She believed in something greater, and that sacrifice eventually broke her heart and her son. Shmi's death didn't just hurt Anakin, it changed him. She represents the quiet pain and tragedy that shaped the Chosen One. She never wielded a lightsaber, but her impact echoes throughout the entire saga. Quinlan Vos is the Jedi who broke all the rules and paid the price. Operating in the underworld as a deep cover agent, Vos wasn't your typical Jedi. He used dark side powers, formed attachments, and even fell in love with Asajj Ventress. He walked the line between light and dark better than most. His arc in the novel Dark Disciple shows just how far the Jedi were willing to go during the Clone Wars. But because his biggest stories were in comics and novels, most fans never saw the full picture. He wasn't a perfect Jedi, but he was one of the most real, and maybe the most human. Always standing in the shadows beside Chancellor Palpatine, Sly Moore said almost nothing, and yet her presence was chilling. And Umbaran, with rumored Force sensitivity, she was one of Palpatine's closest aides. She knew who he really was. She helped him rise. We know shockingly little about her, and that's part of the mystery. Was she just a pawn, or did she willingly serve the Sith? Either way, Sly Moore is a ghost in the halls of power, and one of the creepiest, underrated figures in the prequel era. For years, Yaddle was a meme, a female Yoda who sat quietly on the Jedi Council, but Tales of the Jedi changed everything. We finally saw Yaddle step into the light and the dark, confronting Dooku as he turned to the Sith. Her bravery in trying to stop him, even when it meant facing death alone, was heartbreaking and powerful. Yaddle didn't just sit on the council, she fought for what was right, and she paid the ultimate price for it. He's loud, he's cranky, he's rude, but Chopper might be the deadliest astromech in the galaxy. This droid served in the Clone Wars, the Rebellion, and beyond, saving his crew and sabotaging the Empire more times than anyone can count. Chopper's body count is over 50,000, and yes, that's canon. He's scrappy, sarcastic, and unapologetically violent in the best way possible. Overshadowed by R2-D2 and BB-8, Chopper is the chaotic hero we didn't know we needed. Zet Jukasa only got a few seconds of screen time, but in that time, he became a symbol of Jedi courage. As the clones turned on the Jedi, Zet fought back at the temple gates, giving everything he had to protect others. He was young, outnumbered, doomed from the start. But he still fought. Played by George Lucas's own son, set is a tribute to the spirit of the Jedi Order, even in its final moments. Star Wars is filled with epic legends, but it's the overlooked, forgotten, and misunderstood characters who make that galaxy feel real. Their stories might not be told in movies, but they matter. So who did I miss? Who do you think is the most underrated character in Star Wars? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe for more Star Wars deep dives. And as always, may the Force be with you.